webinar as well. Good morning, good morning. It's actually really chilly here in Sydney at the moment. I think autumn has just decided that it's going to show its face. So I've got long sleeves on and feeling a little bit fresh. Good morning, Tam. Lovely to have you on here. So I hope everyone had a beautiful weekend and got everything accomplished that they wanted to over the weekend, and that they actually had some time out and enjoyed and relaxed and refreshed, ready for another bright, beautiful week. So we will jump straight in. One of the things that, good morning, Diane, lovely to have you on here. One of the things about this week for me is that I'm starting a cleanse, and it's the first time I've done this particular cleanse, and I'm loving it already. You attended the Japanese Film Festival. That's awesome, Diane. So this is a dose of sunshine. For those that don't know, this is a dose of sunshine. If you're watching on Facebook, good morning. If you're watching on YouTube, because some people may be watching, we're just starting to accumulate a library in here. If you're watching on YouTube, then please hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get to be notified when you hear new things coming on. I will eventually be starting to add new things on there that'll be just for YouTube. So I've started this new cleanse. It's called Cleanse to Heal, and it's got celery juice. So that's the first time I've done cleanses all my life, or most of my adult life. And first time I've done a celery juice. I'm not a celery juice person. However, good morning, Lucia. I'm doing celery juice, and check this out. This is my liver rescue smoothie, and it's got banana, blueberries, and dragon fruit in it. And I'm like, man, I'm totally cool to cleanse if there's bananas and dragon fruit and blueberries. Like, that's so awesome for me, I reckon. So today we're going to be talking about how we feel matters, right? And this is such an important topic for women. This is Women's History Month, and the way we feel has been historically abused, put down, ridiculed, created oppression. The way we feel about things we have been put down and shunned for our feelings generationally. We're just naturally a feeling being, and that's how we navigate our world, is through our feelings. And so it's really important for us to be aware of our feelings. If we're looking at the big scheme of things and the ability to come to a higher place and move through the dimensions into a higher dimension and evolve the way we are, I believe, here to do, so that we're not being caught in that powerless, but we're moving and stepping out of that, and we're in this empowered state, then one of the things is to be aware of our feelings and to actually acknowledge them, right? Our voice has been shut down. It's so true, Lucia, right? We're being told we're hysterical, we're emotional. Absolutely. Stop being so dramatic, all of those things. Now, those things have come into play because we have often in history not been allowed to feel, think, do, and therefore we have questioned ourselves. And even as small children, we've gone into this place of, am I really feeling what I'm feeling? Is this correct? And so we start doubting ourselves, and we also start doubting the feelings that we are having and whether we're allowed to express them. So our throat chakra becomes quite blocked. Our emotional center, which is our womb center, like our sacral, gets really charged and yucky because we hold on to so much stuff. And through that process, we can find all sorts of things happening. And this is, like from painful periods to infertility. And because we've got so much junk that we're carrying in our heart, in our throat, in our womb space. And so the very first part of this is to acknowledge our feelings for what they are. If you're someone that really wants to be in tune and connected to your intuition, and later on in the year, I am actually doing a one-day online retreat on increasing your intuition. Is part of my Awaken the Lioness, and maybe it's just a Conscious Creator. There's I've got a course that I'm running at the moment that starts today. Congratulations everyone that's on that, and starts today. And the one-day retreat, which is Increase Your Intuition, I've decided I'm going to open that up in particular to the wider community, because it's something as women we are really intuitive. We are as beings really intuitive. However, to be able to define how we're intuitive, how to read that in our body, how to define, to become precise and have some precision around it. Oh, Lucia, you're going to love it. It's going to be so good, because we're going to look at what's going on in our body, where we get our yeses, our nos, our fears, our doubts, where in our body, and then the precision that comes with that. And so being able to speak your truth of I'm getting this, I'm getting that, blah, 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 and becoming more intuitive. And so these are some of the steps for if you're a feeling person, and even if you're someone, a lot of us get a mind. Our mind is the first place that we actually understand things. It's a knowing through our mind. It's to actually acknowledge, this is how I'm feeling, to yourself first. Okay, this is how I'm feeling. Something's going on, and it's generally when you're in the powerless game, right? I need to step back because something's going on. I'm getting attacked, or I am starting to attack. I'm getting defensive, and so I'm having to justify myself. I'm starting to ridicule. I'm starting to beat the drum of, this is who I am, and want acknowledgement. Has anyone been in that position? I know that I've been in that position. As women, sometimes we just feel like we're not being heard, right? And so men too, I'm sure. So the first thing is to acknowledge it. Once you've acknowledged it, there's this process that happens where there's just relief in the acknowledgement of something. So when you acknowledge it, there's more opportunity for your body to start going through a process of healing, even within that movement. This weekend, no, it's not this weekend, hun. If you're talking about the intuitive workshop, the retreat, Lucia, no, it's not this weekend. It's March, I think. No. We are in March. I'd have to look. I think it might be in April. Oh, you'll know anyway. You'll find out soon. So first of all, acknowledge the process, and also give yourself some time to feel that in your body. Okay, I'm feeling this, and having that relief. And sometimes it can be fear. This is how I'm feeling. This is scary. I'm going into doubt. I'm going into overwhelm, whatever it might be. Breathe through the process. Allow yourself to, you acknowledge, I sort of did too, actually, Lucia. Lucia said, I experienced this on the weekend. Yeah, I sort of did too. And so acknowledge first, then allow the pause. Allow yourself to pause, to feel it in your body. Where am I feeling it? Why am I feeling it? Have I felt this before? Give yourself that time before you blurt it out to anyone else, because it's going to give you a moment to process. If you're a person that processes with your body, this is just going to give you a moment to process before you explode or cry or go into victim or go into whatever is your natural state in the powerless game. Some of us go into power, some of us go into powerless, right? So feel into it first, acknowledge it, pause, and then you've got the opportunity to process it. And when you process it, you're going to process it from a place of, this is how I'm feeling at the moment. And use those words. This is how I'm feeling at the moment. Because it's just where it is at the moment. Because you might be feeling this because you've had prior dysfunctional beliefs and limitations that you're unconscious of now. However, our unconscious works in the past because it's had an experience. It locks that experience in, and through that experience, then we chug through, and you might have a similar experience come up in a different way, and through that process, that feeling comes up again. Now, whether it's right or wrong, it's just how you're feeling at the moment. And if you come from that place, you're allowing yourself to feel it. You're not putting it on anyone else. You're just being in it. And when you're being in it, magic happens, because you have the ability to start then going, wait a minute, things are coming up for me. This is because I felt this prior, and you might have flashbacks of or symbols that might come up. And through that process, as you feel that more and more, you can go into the place of, is this okay for me to be feeling? Is there something for me to work on, or for myself internally? Or is this something I need to express to the other person because there's something not right here? I am being attacked. I am being powered over. And I need to stand up in the place of not defending yourself, but in your strength of, this is how I'm feeling. Can we talk about it? Because when you come from that place, instead of being charged, you're more likely to be able to have a conversation about it instead of having heated argument and nothing goes, it just doesn't go anywhere, right? So be aware. I just had the thought of, when the more and more you be aware of your body and how you feel, the more likely you are to find yourself in a position of picking things up prior to them happening. They've done research. The HeartMath Institution has done things, various different research, where before test subjects have been shown information, the body responds 4.5 seconds beforehand. And so when you have negative things or lower vibrational things happening in your body, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but your DNA that gives the information and the cells, they actually shrink. So the little coil of the DNA, it shrinks. And so the little, what are they called? The little things that look like ladders. I actually know the name and I can't think of it right this moment. Thank you, Irene. they actually cannot communicate very well because there's not much room for the communication to go through. And so therefore when you're stressed, the information is not getting through, your cells can't talk to each other, and so health and vitality goes down. When you're relaxed, when you're in your center, when your heart is open, when you're grounded, that DNA can actually stretch and the information has plenty of room to get through. And so therefore your body is communicating a lot more productively, if that's the right way of saying it. So I hope you have helix, that's the word. Thank you very much, Roseanne. The more you feel your body, the more you acknowledge your body, the more ability you have to become more intuitive, because you will start getting to know things and whether to do something or not to do something before it happens. And that is really vital. If there's anyone on here that's young and finds themselves in a position where they're getting caught somewhere that they don't want to be, this is why it's really important to teach our young children the ability to read their body and their feelings, because you know when something's not right. When my kids were growing up, I actually had, and they wanted to go up with all the other kids up into the park, and I wouldn't let them, and I finally let them. And what I did was I sat them down and I said, so what's stranger danger? You know, what they taught them at school, and scream fire, blah, 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 blah. And I said, okay, so now you know all that. I want to teach you one other thing that's really important that they haven't taught you. And that is, if you don't feel something's right, then you need to come home. You need to pick up on the way you're feeling about something, and you need to come home. So gave them 5 minutes or 10 minutes the first time they came home. Second time, same. Next time they came, I gave them 20 minutes and they were back in 5 minutes. And they're only young. They're like 7 or something at the time. And they came home and I said, what are you doing here? And Carly said to me, Mum, there was a man across the road and he just didn't feel right. So I got Curtis and brought him home. And so I just praised the crap out of her and Curtis for listening. And so that's the way I brought my kids up, to really feel into their intuition. And when she was a teenager, she had a similar experience where she was going to go to a party and it kept on being put off, and time and everything. And she just decided she didn't want to go because it wasn't feeling right. So be aware of teaching your kids if you've got that opportunity to bring your children up, if you have young children, that is, or your grandchildren's another one. So I hope you got something out of that. What happens now, if you're interested in jumping in and doing the meditation with me, I'm going to do a meditation this time, not a visualization, and you're on Facebook, then Raya or Irene, if you can put the link in and you would like to come on and be part of the meditation, then you can jump into our Zoom call and be part of the process. And I will be saying goodbye. I've got a few people on here. Morning to everyone. I will say goodbye to you all that are on Facebook. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you register, by the way, not only do you get the recording of the visualization or the meditation separately, so you get that as an audio recording, and but you also get a PDF, a mini PDF with the like notes, just a few notes on how everything that we've spoken about today. So there you go. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will catch you very shortly. Everyone that's on the webinar, we will be beginning in a minute. Take care. I just stopped the recording, guys.